What's up, Red Bully Hype fans? This is Red Bully Hype on a different kind of thing, doing a podcast, and it's going to be a different kind of podcast than you're used to. Just going to talk. Got a kid in the background, so you'll hear the kid in the background. Hey, False Cat, this is going to be a little different than what y'all are used to. It's not a Wizard 1-1 game or me talking crazy stuff or us in a Skype call having fun and back and forth, rummaging our life stories and our jokes and gags and stuff. This is going to be about the things that don't matter. The reason why a lot of things don't matter. The things that we put on ourselves that are so stressed out. What up? Yeah, you are first. The things we put on ourselves that we put so important that it breaks the binary structure of who we are and changes who we are. The chains of life. The chains that bind us to our character, to who we have become, and the things that haven't allowed us to be free of caring so much about. We care so much about what everybody thinks, like social media, our friends. We forget that we are freer than that, and we keep ourselves bound to it. There was a pastor that did a thing on chains. I thought it was really neat, so that's why I'm kind of on it. What up, Tupac? And the thing I'm talking about is that people most time their main goal is to go after popularity or needing to be famous or needing to be loved by people or needing the acceptance of others to become the person they want to be. They've made this crazy idea that that's the most important thing. Wrench crew for life. I hear you, Tupac. We're talking about something that people don't really go after. They go after the popularity, and they go after I need more likes and subscribers, and I like that too. Everybody here, there's a reason why we're all here. People like to watch. I like to present. The YouTubers like presenting, and the people come in, they like to watch, and so they become the watchers, and they become, part of a following. And you want to get a good message once in a while, just a taste here and there, where it's not just garbage and cussing. Hang on just a second. Asphalt dust still coming out of my chest. Thank God I quit that job. Okay. Hey, quiet down, little kiddo, and watch that little cartoony. Be happy, kid. Now, chains, it's okay. I'm putting it in the best way I know how to put it. And the reason why I say this is because I can totally relate to all that stuff. Hey, quiet, kiddo. Love you. Your mom in a minute when I'm done. She's going to talk in the background. That's just going to be the way it is. We all have choices to make, and the choices that we make today become tomorrow's chains. If we make the choices based on the wrong thing, there's really no wrong and right. There is an idea that there are chains that get us, and don't criticize me or cut me down. If you do, I really don't care. I'm being honest with you. That's what you choose. What is important? Like if comfort's important. It's like what do you hook your joy to? The joy, the thing that drives your fashion, what you enjoy, like games and tobacco and drinking, all these things. Well, it all becomes the first part, which is the C of change, which is choice. I made a choice a long time ago. It was like I was like 12 years old. I made a choice to smoke. Never thought I'd be a smoker. And this is not like a get you off of cigarettes or drinking or anything. It's a mindset thing. That's all I'm doing here. So don't think I'm getting super religious to the point of trying to change people. I'm trying to get everybody to think outside the box. Your choices, they drive us, period, to our, this is the choice. I decided a long time ago to smoke just one cigarette, no big deal. Became, how many years have I been smoking? I mean, I'm 37. So 12 to 37, had some years off of cancer, had some years off for other things. But I choose. It's a choice we make. All right. And then the H stands for the habits, because not just cigarettes, by the way, this is broader than that. I'm not just I'm talking lying, smoking, drinking, porn, sadness, depression, anger, anxiety. Believe it or not, gossiping is probably one of the worst ones. People they made a choice to gossip. Okay. It became this habit. So that's CH. There's chain already forming. Your habits, and you're damaging yourself. When you don't think about what you're doing, when your choices aren't clear, and you're pushing into something else that's going to damage you. Your choices become a habit. Let's go with gossiping. Okay, you chose to be a gossiper, or you chose anxiety. You chose to let things affect you. That's a choice. We make a choice. People want to blame, oh, he did this or she did that, or they made me feel like this. But no, we actually choose to feel the way we feel. We have to learn to accept that we choose it. So we choose anger, and we go with anger. It's like, oh, he made me so angry. Like before, it was like your anger made sense. You got angry for the right things, or you got angry when it mattered. But then you started getting angry for no reason, and you're just an angry guy. Okay, let's move on to anger. I like anger. And it becomes a habit. Now you're getting angry all the time. You don't know why you're angry. You're just angry at people. You're angry at everything. Angry at life. Um, Before you know it, becomes the A in chain. It becomes automatic. You're automatically angry. You don't even know why. It's controlling you. It's like a default setting for you. You don't even know why you're angry anymore. You just do it automatically. You go from made a choice to be angry, became a real big habit. You start doing it all the time, and then now it become automatic. Now you're like an automatic angry guy. You're just raging, like just run around raging. You don't even know why you're raging, but you're damaging people. You're damaging yourself. You're conflicting yourself to the chain that binds you to the ground. You don't even think about it anymore. Then it becomes the I in chain, which is your identity. It becomes who you are. People are looking at you and saying, he's an angry dude. You became from choosing to be angry to making it a habit all the time to be angry, where it became automatic, and you're just an automatically angry guy. Now everybody's identifying you as an angry person, and it becomes who you are, and you're a slave to it. You're a slave to the freaking identity that you created from the habit that formed and became automatic to you from the choice you made. And then the end, which I think is the scariest part, is when it's gone so far that it's become your nature. You're the nature to the beast inside of yourself, that you've created this monster. This is just for the anger one. I think it's such a monster. Anger is such a monster, and you shape it, and it becomes the image of who you are now. So the chain that you made from a choice that you made today, a week or a year before that, or whatever this, timeline is, you made this choice and created this chain that's bonded you to a certain characteristic. And that's not who you want to be. Hell, you don't even want to be angry anymore. It just became automatic, after the habit been there so long. And it became your identity. So everybody related to you as this angry dude, leave that guy, alone. And now it's become your nature. You've gone so far with it now that you became this angry guy forever. And life will be better if we stop believing that everything matters so much that we had to make a choice to be angry in the first place. It all comes down to choice, but it all comes down to what really matters. Does it even matter to be angry about any of that stuff? If silly Sally looks at me and says, I don't like your stream, why do I care? Don't watch it. That's fine by me. I'm not going to tell you to watch my stream, or like it or dislike it. See, that's called, it's not evasion or of the person coming at me and conflicting at me. It's just I don't really care. And I don't care about the people. I don't care that it shouldn't affect me to the point where I got to make a choice to be angry at you now. Now I'm going to keep getting angry at all of my YouTubers coming in, okay? Now I'm going to make a habit of it. Now everybody goes, oh, if you do this, he'll come at you, and he'll be angry. So now my habits become automatic. Now you come in, and they already know I'm going to go off. Ooh, I'm mad. Ooh, I'm just going to slap at everybody. Now it's become my identity. Everybody in YouTube community thinks I'm an angry guy. And then before you know it, it will become who I am. And personally, I think our downfall will be anger, or if you're gossiping. I'm going to put this gossip one out because I think gossiping is fun. Because you made a choice to gossip and tell stories. And you're just like, you're just telling all kind of lies, or you're just telling on everybody's business. It's not your business to tell. You just run around telling everybody's business. So everybody's business is being told. And then it becomes this big habit. Well, that's what you do. And then it's automatic. You can't help yourself but talk about everybody else. So now you become that big mouth on YouTube, and everybody knows you because it became your identity. And before you know it, it's become your nature and your downfall. And people will spite you for it, or they'll talk behind your back and cause their own change from your bad chain. Now, a positive chain. This is why I got rid of people on my channel. There's a thing about chains, though. we learn from these chains. Okay, the anger that I had back in the day when I was an angry person is if you're angry, I don't want to lose my chain. Everybody's like, oh, take the chains off, break the chains. No, no, we're gonna wear them on my ankles. They're not gonna weigh me down. They're just gonna be there. Ain't nobody holding those chains. They've been broke free a long time ago, but I'm not getting rid of them. And why is that? Because my chains are here for other people. My chains are here to say, hey, this is what happens when you get angry. Because why should I get rid of something that's teaching me something? It's called wisdom. When you're young, you're just living for that moment. That moment, every moment is so special. You're just like, you're just flying through your youth, man. I promise you. It's like gone in an instant. And everybody's like, oh, old man. Call me old man. It's fine. I admit I've got some age on me. Thank God I have some age on me because I've lived a great life already, man. I'm good. And I've gone and I learned a lot of things, and I wear all kind of chains on me. I don't tear them off. I use them. And I think when you embrace the idea and you don't let the chains bind you and they don't become who you are, and then you don't let the choice of the chain being on you define you or become a habit, don't let it be a habit. Don't let the chains that bind you down to the ground because you don't want them to be automatic. And you don't want it to become identified that you're a guy with a lot of chains, and you don't want it becoming part of your nature, but you want to share it and you want to spread it and say, hey, I can change, I can help you. If we didn't have change, we wouldn't have learned. If we didn't have the things we go through, but we didn't learn from it, we didn't gain anything. But if you learn something from it, oh yeah, if you learn something from it, you can change people's lives, man, because you've already gone through it and you can help people, Embrace the chains, and you can see that chains can help someone else out today. So my thing is, like, it's a purpose of myself being a YouTuber. I would hope that people, don't have a super drinking problem. I don't want anybody to be so bad smoker that it kills them in cancer. That's why I'm trying to break my, this new chain for me is smoking that's been around forever. Lying, don't be lying on people, man. It's not worth it. It don't need to become anything. Porn, I'm just gonna let that one go. Been there too many times, but when you're young, you just watch a little porn, just watch a little porn, I'm gonna watch a little porn, and then before you know it, you've made a habit of it, and you start watching a lot of porn, and then it's become automatic. You gotta watch porn. You're obsessed with it, and then it's become your identity. You see what I'm saying? Every choice we make goes through the chain that either holds and makes you better. Don't hook your joy to it. Don't hook your joy to something that's bad though. Not too long. You better not. Anxiety. Anxiety is self-created. You know that anxiety has increased in America. I'm gonna go back to my chain right here. But anxiety has built this big wall. America did not have so much anxiety, except when the war was happening. We're about to go to war. I'm sure there was a little tiny anxiety, but depression and people being depressed and anxiety, and it's increased like 20-fold or 100-fold in America. It's crazy. It's like we exploded out of our comfort zone and went straight to panic. Backbone's gone. I can't stand up for ourselves. Can't open a door for women anymore. You'll get made fun of in the street for that one. You can't be chivalrous. You can't be kind and courteous. You can't pat your buddy on the back and embrace him with a hug. What up, homeboy? Because now you're gay. I mean, you could be so pinpointed by everything we do now that it's caused anxiety. We're so scared of ourselves, scared of being men. Men are always scared of being men now. I didn't remember that when I was growing up. I remember men being men, stood tall, and they always fought for what they believed in. Men treated their wives good. Fathers were fathers. Internet was just something that never happened yet. Not knocking internet, because it's not the internet's bad. It's the way we use it and the way we put it in our lives too much ahead of ourselves. We have to break off once in a while, go outside and see that world. You got to see your family. You got to still be that person. You can still have the fun. Just don't forget it. Forget those priorities that are more important. But yeah, anxiety is a damaging one. It's a scary one because you start with your anxiety and you made a choice with anxiety. You chose to be this anxious guy, and it became a habit. And now you're always fucking anxiety levels just going up. You can't control it. It become automatic, and then it becomes your identity. And then before you know it, without even thinking about it, it's completely became your nature, and you are anxiety, and you can't shake that even with drugs. because when your drugs wear off, because they will wear off, drugs don't last forever. But if you motivate your mind to be better than the chain, you can control it. And you can choose a different choice, which is don't have anxiety. Don't let that rule you. I'm just thinking that people let things control us too often, and we just got to be careful not to let that happen. And just know what your chain is, man. I mean, know where you're headed. Because before you know it, man, we're going to identify ourselves through our choices. They say the choices make you. They do. Choices do make you. Because every choice you make today will impact you tomorrow. Anyway, this is Red Bully Hype. I'm going to knock off the podcast, go out and then come back in and do a game stream. I just thought it was very important that we talked about. I thought something important for a minute. Just why not? It's my show. I just want to do what I want to do. So y'all be careful about those chains and don't let them control you guys. I'll be back here in about 5 minutes. Peace out. Enjoy it. Enjoy y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.